Downtown Victoria, Yate Street. Across from a sushi restaurant, nestled in between a funky furniture store and an art gallery, we find a former clothing store is now a campaign headquarters. But these folks aren't running for office. No, they're looking for your signature.
Much like the HST, you have a petition first.
They're supporting a privately funded campaign to get marijuana decriminalized in BC. Radical dreamers or sensible folks?
I feel like many of us in this generation have been waiting 50 or 60 years to see something positive happen along these lines.
Judith Stamps and Barry Wiesner are volunteers for Sensible BC, a group working to decriminalize the simple possession of cannabis. They want a referendum at the next provincial election to change the Police Act.
Some people walk by and are not interested. Some people walk by and chuckle and they think it's kind of amusing. Very, very few people have been really negative towards us. Sensible BC.
To get a marijuana referendum, Sensible BC needs the signatures of 10% of British Columbians in each of the province's 85 ridings.
You know, some place we've gone to, what's it about? And other people, oh, I've been waiting for you to come.
This campaign, as well as the changes to marijuana laws in Washington State and Colorado, is forcing lawmakers to face the hypocrisy of what is legal in our world and what's not.
Every single time I go to Starbucks to get my coffee, go to a place where I'm served a glass of wine, walk people by puffing on their cigarettes, or see the big display of chocolate, sugar, and candy, I am certainly made aware of how bizarre it is to be offered all these drugs all day long.
Can I get personal for a second? I think it's a stupid law. The way it is today, we waste a lot of money for no reason at all. It could be better spent elsewhere. I mean, you have a kid, he has a tote or two and he gets caught. It goes on his record if they take it that far, which you do quite often. Forget going to the States, just repercussions of it. Forget getting a security clearance. You know, those things are, they're life impacting.
But if weed were to become decriminalized here in BC, what kind of message will we be sending to our children?
I don't think young people should use any kind of psychoactive substances. They don't need it, and they shouldn't be drinking coffee, they shouldn't be given wine, they shouldn't be smoking cigarettes or doing anything. They're kids. They should be allowed to be kids, and they should have some years of non-drug existence for sure. I'm not really convinced that this campaign or any campaign is going to change how they behave vis-a-vis marijuana. My ultimate hope is that we regulate it and that people have to start showing ID to get marijuana. Now that would really get us somewhere, because in states that have done this and in countries that have done this, youth participation has gone down because the black market disappears and they have to show ID.
It'll be interesting to see if the campaigners get the required signatures, over 350,000 by December 5th.
I think we're going to make some kind of history for sure. I think the closer we come to the mark, the bigger the moral imperative on the provincial government to look at this very seriously.
Are things fine the way they are in BC? Or is it time for a sensible approach? In Victoria, this is the Kahan.